Hello everyone, welcome back to Gloomhaven. Just before we get started, I wanted to show you all something that I have found on the internet that is going to help me out just a little bit. But there is this thing of the Gloomhaven scenario tree. So I've looked at all of my past missions and whatnot, and we can see all of the missions in blue that I have completed, and I presume the stuff in orange is stuff that I am locked out of. The Deep Ruins there is just the last one that I interacted with, and we can see all the other quests that are available to me and kind of how they interact with one another, and so that is going to be useful for me. But for right now over here, let's kick off with some leveling. Faith is the dizzying heights of level 8. I think level 9 is the cap. Stiletto Storm, attack 2, range 3, target 4. Move 4, retaliate 1 self. Pain's End, heal 8 self. Move 3, kill 1 adjacent enemy whose current hit point value is equal or less than 3. Of those two, I think Stiletto Storm seems like the obvious choice. Pain's End, a big heal is like nice, but not world-shattering. And killing something that has health equal to or less than 3 is good, but especially as our attacks get stronger, what are the chances that something is going to happen to end out at just 3 or fewer hit points? It seems less and less likely in the late game, so let's take Stiletto Storm, unless there's anything else we want around. Attack 4, add 4 and gain 2 experience when the target is adjacent to any of your allies. But that needs to consume darkness, which we are now creating with Tali, which is interesting. And an attack for 8 seems very strong. Add 2 attack to all of your attacks targeting enemies with poison. Attack 2, poison, immobilize, cull the weak. Attack 4, add 2 to the attack and gain 2 whenever it is next to your allies. On your next 6 attacks targeting enemies with disarm, immobilize, or stun, add 2 attack. Add 3 again and 3 again, move 7. Hidden Daggers is a burn. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go Stiletto Storm. Then if you want to equip that, it says attack 2, range 3, targeting 4, is a different version of Flurry of Blades. Attack 2, range 3, target 3. This is attack 2, range 3, target 4, but it is much later in the round. Now, is there anything else we use very little? Honestly, I think between Flanking Strike and Single Out, we don't need both of them. The attack on the top is the same, and on the bottom we've got a move 5 and the extra damage on solo enemies. So let's get rid of the move 5, because Stiletto Storm has a move 4 on it anyway, and then we're increasing our number of ranged attacks. That gives us another available perk. So we can replace a 0 with a +2. We can add 2 poison redraws, add 2 muddle cards, or add 1 invisible. I think replacing a 0 with a +2 is going to be our best choice here. So that's Faith done. Pandora found something last time. The Versatile Dagger. Whenever you use the default top of an ability card, perform an attack 3 instead of an attack 2 action. That's incredible for Pandora, because Pandora does not have very many attacks and has a free hand to hold this, which is nice. We also have enough gold for some shoes or something, but we'll worry about that later. Then Lemoon is at level 4. Bless all adjacent allies, move 3, shield 1 self. Heal 3, affect self and all allies. Aura, all attacks targeting you or any ally within range 4 of you gain disadvantage this round. Create light. I'm less likely to use this, I think, because A, the top half of the card is a burn, and B, the bottom half of the card is giving disadvantage, but Pandora has a song that just gives everyone disadvantage always. So, Bless, move shield, attack 4, an ally within range 5 may perform move 4, but only once. An adjacent ally may immediately perform 1 extra turn by playing 2 cards from their hand. This seems very interesting to me. I don't know how I will necessarily make best use of it, but it does seem very interesting. Bless all adjacent allies. Move 3, shield 1, self. I do like the move and shield. That's good if we're pressing up and going to end up being attacked by a whole lot of stuff. And we have shield 1 self on top for cautious advance. So between that shielding for 2 on 2 cards and moving, seems like it could be beneficial. And bless all adjacent allies. Like, being able to stack lots of blesses in the deck we've seen be pretty good as well. So we'll take this. Anything we want to get rid of is the other problem with this. Bless and strengthen 1 ally within range 3. You take no damage. We used Protective Blessing last time to great effect. 1 adjacent ally may recover a card. It's just occurred to me that Empowering Command is not a burn, so perhaps should be making more use of that to get more turns out of people. Brilliant Prayer. I'm just not playing it ever, so we'll do that. Heal 5, range 3, target 2, attack 2, range 3, heal 1, afflict self and all allies within range. That's kind of good if we're all like poisoned or something. At the end of your next 5 turns, when Sun is strong, infuse Sun. Daybreak. No, that will do. Let's look at perks very quickly. 1 perk available. We've gotten rid of most of the negative stuff. Ignore item effects. We're wearing our sword edge armor, which is benefiting us there. Add 2 redraw shield selves. Add 2 lights, 2 healing, 2+1s. Give me the 2+1 redraws. I like those. And then last but not least, like so, we actually have enough money to warrant some shopping. So let's do the city encounter. Occasionally, your dealings in town lead you past the bustling docks. All conversation gets drowned out by the constant din of loading and unloading cargo and crew. This makes all the more surprising when you hear a voice above the noise directed straight at you. Oi! You with the hard looks and big arms. I desperately need some help over here. Spare a few minutes to help make sure I get out of port on time, otherwise I'll be stuck here till tomorrow. Alright, we can load a ship. What was advertised as a few minutes turns out to be an hour or 2 as you lug large crates full of foul-smelling liquid from a nearby warehouse into the hold of the ship. At least the captain is relieved he'll be able to set sail on time, though. He gratefully pays you, but you can't help but think that such menial labour might be beneath you. 5 gold each, -1 reputation. Our reputation is in the tank at the moment. I think it was up to like 14, now we're down to 9 again. Right, that's probably enough of the preamble. We're at 9 minutes. I'm gonna see if I'll do some shopping, and then I won't equip stuff so you can see what I purchased as we equip it. Alright, a heap of shopping later. Tali has gained a heater shield and some winged shoes. Faith is the same. Pandora has gained some boots of striding. And Lamoon has gained battle axe, an iron helmet, and we can swap out the minor healing potion for a major healing potion. We have 2 gold left, so we can't afford anything for the other hand, but that's all done. We will head over to the Temple of the Great Oak, And we'll get some blessings just to push this bar further along. Especially with Faith having so much excess cash. And then hopefully our devotion will increase next time and we can use that to our good and benefit. Faith, do you have enough money to benefit from the Enchantress? Probably. What do we benefit from most here? Where is Smoke Bomb? So we only want pull. I guess we would need pull 3 from range 4 if we wanted to pull something from further away to us. And that's 15 plus 20 is 35. We can afford to do that, so I will. Pull 3 at range. After you buy one thing, it gets more expensive. Well, we'll keep that in mind for next time then. But I think that's going to be all for all of that stuff. So, where do we want to head next? Get rid of those completed quests. We cannot do the Ancient Cistern. I'm terrible at that. So we have all of this stuff left. I'm going to consult my chart and then let you know what's on the cards. Right, I think I'm going to try and do something that's a little bit further away from all of the doom and gloom and demons and stuff. And we're just going to head out here to the Ice Crag Ascent looking for the existence of dragons, as was requested of us some time ago. There's hounds, rending drakes and spitting drakes. And all mercenaries must escape through the exit. So that's a fairly simple objective, really. We'll have a transport quest first. Transport mission. Encounter. Walking through a stretch of lowlands, you see a man in armor sitting against a large boulder. As you get closer, you see he is bleeding from his side. "Ah, what luck," he says. "I got separated from my detail and then had an unfortunate run-in with a bear. I'm afraid I no longer have strength to stand." He looks at you imploringly. "You wouldn't happen to have a potion or something you'd be able to give me? Just need a little extra energy to make it back to Gloomhaven." Lamoon has a spare small health potion. You happily oblige the request, letting the man partake in some of your supplies. He slowly stands, thanks you, and heads toward Gloomhaven in the opposite direction. So, Lamoon. Choose one mercenary to consume one small item at the start of the next scenario. Oh. Consume. Well, that is different than hoping to give up the one that we have spare. Lamoon has a large healing potion and a stun powder. Faith has the moon charm. We can probably do without the moon charm. I hope I understand how that's going to shake out.
The Copperneck Mountains are not accommodating. Beyond the pass, the weather gets progressively worse the farther north you travel. Your packs are unbearably heavy. The cold is in your bones, and then you start climbing the ice crag. Without yet having seen any signs of a giant winged beast, you begin to wonder whether all this trouble is even worth it. Multiple times you contemplate turning back, dreaming of the warm glow of the sleeping lion's hearth. But you begin to hear something strange. Your ears pick up a screeching sound in the wind. It is not large, possibly even just the wind flowing through a small space, but still it's something. You move forward, and then you see the wolves. They're right upon you, white fur among the flurries of snow.
Gain 7 or fewer XP. Kill a monster by causing at least 4 more points of damage. We'll take Dynamo, I think. We get we can opt to not get XP on Formless Power. Shaping the Ether has XP associated. We can not stun, although we probably do want to. Yeah, let's just do big damage. Faith, loot 5 or more gold. Have 5 or more total cards in your hand at the end. Give me the gold looting. Cause a trap to be sprung. Loot no gold piles. I really screwed that up last time. Own all required types of items. Own 2 helmets, 2 chest plates, 2 shoes, 3 hand or 2-handed items, and 4 small items. Well, for that, we're going to need cash. So let's go neutralizer. Your health at the end of the scenario is equal to your maximum. Have 3 or fewer total cards. Can we burn through a lot of our cards if we want to? That can burn. That can burn. We can burn through a lot of cards for the last couple of turns if we need to. Alright, let's jump in. So, choose 1 small item to consume before the turn starts. I'll get rid of the minus stamina potion. So, our goal, all mercenaries must escape through the exit. All mercenaries start with 2 extra -1 attack modifiers. So we've got a room of wolves, a very large room, and then the exit tiles. Mercenaries must be placed on an exit tile to complete the scenario. Escape occurs when all mercenaries are standing on an exit tile or become exhausted while standing on an exit tile. Okay, well, for starters, let's just check the ground for any traps or surfaces we're not seeing. Seems that everything is as it should be. And we've got 8 wolves with Retaliate 2. There are elites and standard wolves. We can't pull any of them in this turn, so we'll make sure we hold on to our cards to do that next turn. They're going to need to move at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to hit us. Or we can try and take the party to them. But I think early here, as we are, we should have, yeah, bless all adjacent allies. That's a good start on an 18. And then on bottom, we could strengthen everybody. Or we have another bless, don't we? No? Did I not add something to my deck that I thought I was gonna? Oh, it's this. Bless and strengthen 1 ally, but that's the top of a card. Alright. Bless and strengthen everyone. Why not? We probably want to get a song going here. Retaliate. Enemies have disadvantage. +1 on our attacks. Or we can bless all adjacent allies. If we stand in that configuration, we can put 2 blesses in everyone's deck. And some of us are already blessed from the store, the church. If we do that though, what do we play on bottom? Move to strengthen all adjacent allies. On bottom, if we do that very late, everyone should have the strengthen for the following turn. Strengthened characters gains advantage on their attacks. The strength condition is removed at the end of the affected character's next turn. So if we do Power Ballad late as possible, everyone will have strength the following turn. So we'll do Power Ballad and Tuning the Outcome on 78, and then try and get everybody else to have their turn finished by 78. Now, unfortunately, Faith doesn't really have much to do at this time. We can set up Single Out. And that's about all. Move 4, gain advantage on all your attacks this round. If we do that with Stiletto Storm, we might be able to move out and do a decent amount of damage to something. But let's do it on the 80. And then here, we definitely want to create some elements for next turn. So Primal Duality seems like a good start. Then on bottom, at the end of each of your turns, you may generate energy, deduct 1 from attacks, or at the end of each turn, or once during each of your attack actions, you may consume energy to add 1 attack to the entire action. But we'd lose Formless Power if we do that. And also that's also on bottom, we need something on top. Well then, let's take Boiling Arc, do it at the end, and see if they come to us. 19. Move 5, move 4. Add +2 if the target is adjacent to any other hounds. Our initiative is fine. We are blessing all adjacent allies. Strengthening all adjacent allies. Ending our turn there. Then all these wolves are going. That's a bad time. Well, Tali can actually hit 5 creatures. We will take a whole heap of damage if we do that, because we'll take Retaliate for 4 and then be at risk of a bunch of attacks next turn. But it's also 10 damage, which is kind of insane. During your turn, create any element. Well, we don't need fire. Let's make some ice. And then we're going to attack. We already have advantage, but I think now is as good a time as any to throw +1 onto our attacks. Is it only 1 attack? During your attack, add 1 to the entire attack action. Strange. But yes, this is what we want. We knew we'd take those hits, we just have to deal with it. That is a lot of elements being created. Right, over here. What's coming after us? Faith is attacking at range, targeting 4 at range 3. I was going to bless everybody, but now I think I'm going to add 1 to all of those attacks as well. And move 3 curse at range 3. I'm just going to stay here, but I will curse this elite. Then Faith is going to attack 2, range 3, targeting 4. I'm going to add 1 to that attack and attack here. Power Ballad. Here. Power. Oh, add 1 to one of their attacks each turn. That makes way more sense. So we're attacking 2. Now we're attacking 3. Now we're attacking 3. Then this one gets the Power Ballad for 4. We should kill you. We should kill you. And we might kill you. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. We need to loot 5 or more gold piles during the scenario. So why not move onto a gold pile? I'll tell you why not. Because we're going to move to here in preparation for the next turn. This one is not an elite. So we want to pull it and use Inevitable Visage, but we need to get someone else next to it first, and hopefully before they take their turns, so we can do 8 damage worth of damage. Here we would really like to kill this one. If we do a cautious advance and a hammer blow, we can move 1, 2, 3 and then attack it from this side. Our bard can do an echoing aura to attack for 3 on top, and then we need to move closer to hit the other one. One ally within range 3 may perform attack 4 on bottom. Alright then. Do we still want to do Echoing Aura? I want to go really fast is the thing. So we'll still do that. That should hopefully see those 2 killed pretty quickly. Then Faith is going to Smoke Bomb and Visage of the Inevitable. Do we want to do that on 12? Possibly not. Which would mean doing it on 88 instead. However, if we can kill these 2, this guy will move into our area of effect anyway, hopefully. And then, lastly, we will Stoking Hail on top. Attack 2 at range 3 with stun. And if we're doing that on top, on bottom, we will heal someone. Do I want to do this on 12? I guess not. Alright, let's see how this goes. They're going on 6. That's a bad time. Thank goodness we cancel out that crit. Okay. Have one ally within range 3. Perform attack 4. We're doing this with Tali because if Lamoon attacks them but fails to kill them, they would die to retaliation damage. Good. And then over here, all allies gain retaliate 2. I'm just going to have to skip that attack, unfortunately. Then Lamoon can attack with advantage here. And as long as we kill them, they will die. The only way we don't do that is with a miss. Thank goodness we pulled at advantage. Then we can move 3. We are immobilized, so we cannot move 3. We should probably use this. Probably should have done that before trying to attack, to be honest, just in case. We are immobilized. We are going to heal Lamoon. And then we're going to stun this creature to no real advantage. Are we? Because then we would take damage. I was going to try and get the 1 XP, but I'd rather just not take the damage for the retaliation. So we'll skip that. Then on Faith's turn, we can kill one adjacent enemy. And she can move 2 onto some gold. This one has 6 gold on it. I don't know if this counts as 2 gold piles or just 1. Faith. That did count as 2 gold piles, so 6 gold in 1 pile is 2 piles of 3, which is great to know. Now, if you burning oil on bottom for loot 2, you can hoover up all the rest of that gold and have Hoarder finished. And we can duelist advance on top so that you can still move towards the door. Everyone else is just going to move towards the door. 1 ally within range 3 may perform move 4 is good. And then we're going to do a move 5. Tali, you got any extra movement with your stuff? We can move 5 on bottom there, that's good. Everything else on top is just attacks. We're probably going to long rest before that door, so the rest of the attacks aren't too important. And here, unless we have healing specifically, we do. Heal 3, range 3, or heal 4. We'll probably take that on bottom. On top, bless and strengthen someone, we'll take that as well. We can have the movement done by... no, tactical order. We'll tactical order each other to move faster. So, Faith loot 2. Then move 3. Skip the attack. Back here, 1 ally. Pick the one furthest behind us. Perform a move 4 up to here. And we will heal ourselves for 4. Then we will move them up ahead. We'll use our boots because we're going to long rest before we come through this door, I think. Probably. We'll spend one more turn moving. That's 2 cards, then we can long rest thereafter. And our own move 5 gets us to here. And then Tali. Push forward for 5 movement. And skip this attack. Alright, all in all, that didn't go too badly. My real question is, after we bust through this door, how hard is it going to be to traverse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tiles to here, and then another 8 or so tiles to the exit? Because obviously, we can stand and fight, or we can just kind of kill everything, or we can just kind of make sure every turn we're moving and then do whatever attacks are applicable as well, rather than trying to move to our foes, just move to the door. But first, we're going to get everyone else to the door. Bless and strengthen someone is good, and then we will move with any card. Here, I think we want Disorienting Dirge on as we go in. Or we could bless all allies within range 3. That's probably better right now on bottom. And on top, there's nothing for us really. Unless we do the top of Disorienting Dirge, then there's nothing for us on the bottom of either of the other cards. So that's much of a muchness. Here, on your next 4 attacks targeting enemies adjacent to none of their allies, add 2 to the attack. But that doesn't matter right now if our priority is moving to the door. And here, again, our priority is just moving. I think we'll put Faith on the door. And skip the curse, confirm the bless, skip the attack, then we're going to move in to here, skip the attack, and lastly we're going to move in to here. Bless and strengthen. Afflict 1 ally within range. Who would I most rather bless? I think Faith. Faith doing 2 times damage on something is just going to be way more important. I think there's a 10 bless limit on everything, but Faith has used some of hers. Hold on. We have 1. We can't see everyone else's decks right now. That's fine. Faith, have a blessing. So we've got 3 blessings there, 3 blessings there, 3 blessings there, and 1 blessing there. So we can't bless anymore until one of the blesses is used up. But right now we're going to go long rest, long rest, long rest, long rest. We're going to have a nice kip. Card to get rid of. Oh, this is the bit I hate. Picking cards to get rid of. I think the push might actually be more important to us than the stun, although we do have Volatile Bomb. During your single target ranged attack action, turn the attack into an attack 3. So that's a stun 3 if our enemies are in the right spot. So we'll hold on to that. Let's lose ice spikes. Faith. I think probably swift bow. We don't need to loot anything anymore, and the attack is a strictly worse version of burning oil, and we have flurry of blades and stiletto storm to really do more when we need to. Here, marching beat is going to be incredibly useful for getting across rooms faster. Disarming is going to be huge. Bless will be a great opener right now, except we can't benefit from any more blesses, so perhaps not. And immobilize all targets within range 3 while we're crossing this room could also be huge. So let's get rid of tuning the outcome. We're all capped out on blesses. Bless all allies. Shield. I like the shield. And protective blessing could be massive for us. Let's get rid of the retaliate. I'd rather just be moving and then getting attacked too much. I'm just going to turn on a light now the sun has set. Wonderful illumination. Alright, so the biggest unknown here is what on earth is going to be behind this door. But we're going to have to charge in with someone. And basically, we could make it across this room if the room is not too covered in traps and terrain in 2 turns, if we were really determined to do so. We don't have to get the whole team over there. We only have to get the last of the team over there. If people are exhausted before we get there, then it shouldn't matter. Escape occurs when all mercenaries are standing on an exit tile or become exhausted while standing on an exit tile. Maybe it will fail if we exhaust too early or die. But right now, we're going to primal duality to the doorway. But I'd like to do something on a big number and do that last, so other people can be in the room first. Boiling Arc is one of our bigger movements. We could heal and go on a 41. Or we could just get moving and go, we could move on a 47. No, because I'm looking for a top of a card, because I'm dumb. Right, we'll go with Formless Power on a 45. Faith. Open Wound. No, move in for 4. Gain advantage on all of your attacks this round. And Stiletto Storm once you're in the room. It's going to be a lot of drakes. The whole scenario was wolves and 2 types of drakes. We've just fought a bunch of wolves, so we're guessing a bunch of drakes. Here, Shield 2 affect all allies within range 3. So long as they stay within range 3, they'll keep benefiting from that aura. Do we want that over our own movement? I guess we're all going to move out of the way and going to have problems with that, aren't we? No, that's not going to help us unless if if we did shield to everyone within range 3 on bottom and had tactical order on top, we could move them in 3, 4. And then we could do marching beat on top to move someone else in. On righteous strength. And that gives us the ability to shield ourselves some extra. And what were we doing here? Moving in 2 with that and formless power. Right, if this is all happening so early, I guess if we're going into the room on 45, this is fine, but in fact, we're probably going to get moved in at the early ones, because Faith is going to move in 4. Then we're moving in someone else for 4. Then we're moving in 2. And we're moving in 3 and someone else for 4. Alright, this is going to be a mess. This is where we get into the room and it's just like a ridiculous room. Move, gain advantage on all attacks. Confirm. Populate the room game.
You get through the wolves, thankful that the snow didn't slow you down too much. You assume the fight is over, but the screeching begins again, this time much closer. You look through the white storm and see red shapes scurrying toward you.
Honestly, as much as this room is a fight, and there's a lot of obstacles just in the room. Oh, there's a lot of traps as well. Damage 5, stun. I was expecting more enemies than this, if I'm honest. What are they doing this turn? The Spitting Drake elites are the flying ones. Attack 5, range 5, target 2. So from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can move out to the left and avoid that. Attack 4, range 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's move out to the left and avoid that. We'll only make 2 attacks with our daggers. What are you doing? Attack 3, attack 3, attack 2, but not moving. So we should really not stand next to them. But I think the next couple of rounds might be spent actually trying to murder. I was expecting far more than 6 enemies in this room. Damn, so close. Right. Shield everyone within range 3. And move 1 ally up 4. This is attack 5, range 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That does get to here, unfortunately. So we would take 1 hit if we're stood there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so we can move to here. Strangely, we can gift our winged shoes to that person's movement, which is unexpected. Unless that's Tali's winged shoes. I can't remember. Do I really want to take an attack of 5? I mean, really it's only an attack of 3. Because we have all this shield. So we'll do that. Then actually, we can move 2 to here. Do we want to attack first? Attack 2, range 2. We have no extra mana, so we'll attack there. We'll add 1 just because we can, just in case we draw a -1. Then we'll move over to there. Right, we're moving in 3. Make that 5. But we need to move them first. From here again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can put them here safely, I think. And then we'll move ourselves 3. Up to here. Alright, so that's a lot of stuff just being out of range of us, which is wonderful. Now, what I'm hoping for now is thoughts of pushing into traps, particularly this 5 damage trap here. Tarly, do you have a push? You do. Attack 1, range 3, and push. I need to be over here to push them back, but that will just kill them definitively in the trap damage. And if we're going to push from here, we need to move 1, 2, 3 across or so. So we'll do that on there. So they're going to die. Faith. We could pull these guys over, but not have them be close enough to kill them. And there's also those 2 drakes at the back that we can probably kill one of them with Visage of the Inevitable. Attack 5, range 3 from here. 1, 2, 3. We need to move up 2. This line of obstacle is just hell. We do extra movement, but we have no way of getting rid of this trap. Does someone have the quest to... Oh wait, you know what we do have, except these guys are flying. Enemies within range targeted area perform a move 1 action with you controlling it. So we could force that one to just move back. Then they wouldn't be attacking us. Lots of options. None of it feels incredible. There's no point in pushing in that direction if we're going to have to come in this direction to get by. If we could destroy this trap, we would make a path of safety for us. But we can't... I mean, we might be able to force them to step there and then push them to back in that direction. Seems kind of excessive, though. And also disarm range 3 for everybody else up here eventually. Seems like it would be a good time. Oh man, I hate everything about this. We can't even get past back here either. Faith can loot that chest on a loot 2 without having to pass the trap. Unless we can bring everybody over here, hope that this guy eventually stands there, and we can push him back into the other trap. But they're also stun traps, which is like 10 times as worse. Because then we miss a whole turn after as well. So with that in mind, I think spending the extra resource to make a safe path might be worthwhile. So if we were to throw voice on bottom, we could force them to here. Then Tali only pushes 1. We couldn't even push 2. Everything is horrible. Rethink everything. It's the first time in a long time I kind of wish I just had like a spare skeleton or something. Alright. We also, until some of these creatures move across, we can't attack them with non-ranged attacks until we can pass by the effect of all these traps as well. It's just the worst room. Alright, I'm going to deliberate on a move here and then let you know what I come up with. Alright, I hope you're ready for the worst turn you've ever seen. Oh great, they're moving 4. And they're moving 4 as well. Alright, well, let's see how this goes. First of all, Faith is going to try and murder this thing real fast. Odds that we miss if we don't shoot at advantage, incredibly low. Thank you. Right, you are moving 4, attack 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I was going to move up to here to the left, but this might change a lot of things. You are moving 3. 1, 2, 3. You can attack here. Move 4, attack 4 at range 5. Oh, so we're not safe anywhere. Alright, we are going to get moving then. Then here, I was going to strengthen all allies. This is going to help with the muddle that we have, so it's going to cancel out the advantage and disadvantage. Would I rather bless everybody? Have we spent many of our blesses? No, we're just going to do as planned and keep moving. We can make you invisible this turn. Seems like a safe thing to do. And we need to make ice. Wind for Tali. Now here. Shield 1 self. and move to here. Now, this is going to be a bad time. Oh, it's a great time. Someone's thinking about moving first. Someone else thinking about moving. There they go. That is like the best group of draws we could possibly have imagined. Right, then we are going to move up to there. And then attack 4 at range 3. 1, 2, 3. We don't get to any of these. So we might have to move in even closer. It's fine. The other one's already gone. Do we want to consume the fire? We don't need the fire. We'll put on retaliate, why not? Then we are attacking an extra target. Do we, or at least +1. Oh, that's +1 target. Do we need the extra target? These two are 3 away from each other. Attack 4, range 3. Attack -1, an enemy within range 2. We didn't need the wind at all to begin with, I think. Because we can do 1, 2, 3. 1. Yeah, we didn't need the wind to begin with. But we are going to attack. 1, 2, 3. At advantage. Tali, you are a beast. So many of my problems just disappeared. Right, now we're going to get weird. For a turn. Sunkeeper. Aura, you and all adjacent allies suffer no damage this round. So that's on a 61 on bottom. Empowering command, 1 adjacent ally may recover 2 of their cards. Does not help me as much as I think I want it to. But I don't know that we have anything else to do on top that is beneficial, so we'll do that going on 32. Then we need somebody else to go after 32. Faith, I would like to be able to get that chest. And if we're going to do that, we're going to need burning oil, which is going to be a short rest. Stiletto Storm. Sad to see it go, but it's gone. Burning oil on bottom is a loot 2. And then on top, we want an attack that's decent. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 range we're never going to get to. So if we're looting on bottom, then we're going to duelist advance on top, but stay on 95 for a specific reason, I think. Then Tali, I would like you to at the very least try and move away from this rending drake. Immobilize, curse, throw voice. Oh, we could disarm the Drake if it goes after a 44, which it may well not. Immobilize all enemies within range 3. Right, we leave ourselves the best options we're going to get there. And then Tali, we have wind available. Attack 1, push 3. If we had a 1, 2, 3 move, which of course we absolutely don't, we could have Shaping the Ethered one of the traps. Is it worth short resting to get Boiling Arc back? It's a bit aggressive, but this room is very small. Goodbye Formless Power. Boiling Arc on bottom, and Shaping the Ether on top. Alright, this is going to hurt. This is going to hurt a lot. Faith could go on an 85. It's not going to help us. That's not so bad. Sunkeeper. You and all adjacent allies suffer no damage this round. Confirm. One adjacent ally is going to get 2 cards back. Who's that going to be? Faith has no burned cards, has no discarded cards. So it's going to be Pandora. Choose 2 cards to recover. Give me, for right now, Marching Beat and Call to Action. End Sunkeeper's turn. You've already attacked, so I don't care about you. You, I cannot reach. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to immobilize this one. No, I'm not, because I want to shove it into a trap in a minute, so I'm definitely not going to do that. I'm going to disarm this one, even though it will be stunned next turn. Also, then I'm going to move 5 into this trap. Adjacent allies cannot receive damage this turn. We have built ourselves a passage through this wall of traps. Elementalist is wounded. That's a bad time. We are going to move to here. Confirm. Then skip the last one. We're going to attack at disadvantage, but I don't care that much. Shove it and do 1 extra damage, sure. Excuse you, game. Attack with shove, pick them, extra damage, confirm. If I can shove them all the way to here, I will. But they'll die in this trap anyway, right? But that is a kill and another trap done. We need to burn 1 available card to survive this attack. I honestly didn't kind of think about this part. Just going to drop Malleable Evocation. Right, Faith. Loot 2. Drake Scale Helm. Sounds very fancy. And then we're going to move 3 up to here. Skip the attack. That's the end of that turn. Round 9. Right, once we kill this Drake, we can then think about long rests and the like. And this shouldn't be too hard. We have 2 types of energy. However, all of our moves now are not great ones. I should have thought of that before getting rid of Malleable Evocation. Because we can fly with winged shoes, but we can't fly very far. So we're going to move in and we're going to attack 1, 2, 3 at a range of 3. Attack 2 at a range of 3. That'll be fine. Faith. Move 4, gain advantage, and attack for 4. Everyone else, you're stunned, so your 2 cards really don't matter. And here, move as far as we can on bottom and attack on top. We are all going before them. If we could kill them swiftly, that would be great. Alright, that room is done. Elementalist is wounded. We are going to move 2. Honestly, it's going to sound weird, but we're going to move 2 to here. Skip the movement. Skip the attack. We are going to move... We are stunned. We skip everything. We are going to move 5 up to this door. Do we want to collect gold? We probably do. Skip the last of the movement. Skip this attack. Fresh round. 2 cards. Here. We could get single out going. And we'll play Smoke Bomb with it. Why not? Here, we are going to need to... I guess we might as well long rest here. If we're basically needing to long rest anyway. We could heal someone instead of long resting, but then we'd need to long rest next turn, so we'll long rest with everybody else. Tali is going to need some healing, but we're going to move 2 with jump. Gets us over to there. Then attack, skip attack, and turn. Faith is going to put this on. Skip the invisibility attack. We're long resting on Pandora. I think Singing Arrow can go. And then here... I think Empowering Command can probably go. Bless everyone. Shield. Who still needs to long rest? Faith and Tali still do. So if we're going to be around one more turn, we'll keep the blessing. Let's go to Cautious Advance. Right, so you need to long rest. You need to long rest. Bard, I would like it if you could get over to perhaps there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Move 4 on marching beat. Actually, if we put Tali there, then we can move 1, 2, 3 on something else. And then if we do our bless all adjacent allies, but we do it before, or rather after, Pandora's movement. Let's do a burning flash on bottom. We can heal Tali. So we're going to move to here. Confirm. Skip the rest of the movement. Then we're going to move Tali to here. Now we're all adjacent to the Sunkeeper. Lamoon. Then we're going to heal you. Have some extra as well. And bless everybody. And long rest here. What are we getting rid of? Tremulent Cyclone. And here, what are we getting rid of? Honestly, I think the smoke bomb Visage of the Inevitable play is not going to work out here, because we wouldn't be able to move and do that, really. Right. Big money, no whammies. Primal Duality, attack 5, range 4, target 2. Attack 4, target all enemies at exactly range 2. Probably for when we know where everything is a bit more. Right, we'll do Primal Duality, and we just need to move as much as we can. We'll start with a move 2 and then do a move 4 if we know the path is clear. Faith. Move. We've burnt Stiletto Storm, unfortunately. Alright, so we'll do Burning Oil with a Flurry of Blades to move in first. Back here, we can shield all our allies within range 3 again, although we want to move. We have basically no movement right now. So, call to action on top. Disorienting Dirge on bottom. And here, attack with advantage. And move in 4. Alright, let's see how this goes. We've got a rock on the left, and just the enemies. Attack, attack, attack. Don't stand next to them. Attack 3, range, poison in great big AoE. So we're going to move to there. There's an obstacle here as well, which is a problem. Confirm advantage on our attack. Attack for 5. Attack the one that's further away. How did that get to 7 when we're adding 1? They're wounded, so they'll die in 2 turns. Do we want to move into the doorway? I think we probably do. Now let's do the blesses. Then strengthen everyone as well. Then Sun... Oh no, we've got Tali. Tali is going to move 2 to here. Then attack. We're attacking with advantage because of the strength. We'll attack the one with lots of HP. Oh, we can attack both because we're awesome. In that case... Sometimes the UI on this does not act like my friend. Attack you with extra damage, and attack you. Confirm. Alright, we make some good elements for ourselves. Sunkeeper can move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or we can move 6 up to here. And if we do that, we might be able to tank a bunch of attacks. Because by moving out of the AoE of our friends, none of us here are going to be in the surrounding tiles. It is just a lot of attacks to tank, unfortunately. Good curse, though. And with that done, we can now focus on seeing if we can do very, very big attacks to finish. Attack 4, target all enemies at exactly range 2. We're not going to get that far in. Oh, maybe we will. Move 4. Exactly range 2. If we stood here, that would work out. Can we get there? 1, 2, 3, 4. We can. But we are short on cards, and that would be another card to burn. So, shaping the ether, though. Attack 1, range 3, stun, and target 2, so we can stun 2 of them. If we move 1, 2, this is 1, 2, 3. We'd still need to move the further distance. Faith over here. We can move in 2. You're moving in 4 from here. 1, 2, 3, 4 is fine. We can then move in 2. We don't have any ranged attacks right now, though. So we can't stand on that tile. If we move in for 5, We can attack something for 3. If we move in for 2, we can also attack something for 3. 1, 2, 3. So let's Duelist Advance, Visage of the Inevitable. And back here, we just have to play whatever we can. Which is not going to move us very far, but it will move us far enough. Here, we want to hit whatever we can. Oh, we can do a Stun Strike on bottom. And if we try and go quickly, we might be able to stun 2 of them with the Battle Axe. We can. Faith's initiative is okay. Soothsinger. Move 2. Cannot disarm. Scoundrel. Move 3. Attack. Amazing. Move 2 to here. Confirm. Skip movement, confirm poison. Sunkeeper. Move to here. Skip the rest of movement. Attack with a battle axe. That's going to hit both of them with stun and extra damage. Then back here, we're going to move 4. Could probably move up to here instead. It's much of a muchness, I think. We don't want to put the retaliate on. Do we? No. Then here we're going to add extra damage, add a target, stun, and attack at advantage. We're making sure we hit the non-stunned one with extra damage. And then we'll attack the one with more HP at the back. These blesses are just incredible. You're stunned, round 14. Honestly, I might just long rest. I guess long rest burns a card as well as a short rest, so maybe we don't. We can burn this. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Boiling Up gets us where we want to be. Shaping the Ether is another attack. Faith, we're going to... no, let's see if we can kill over here first. Attack 5, and we can move. Faith. Short rest. That's perfect. Burn that. We will move away and attack with Burning Oil. And here we will short rest. Make sure we keep our good movement cards, such as change tempo on bottom. Throw voice on top, just on the chance that we want to disarm this creature. On an 89. They have stun attacks, which is not fun. But we are going to move 4 to the back of here. Skip the movement. Attack. Confirm the ability. Attack at advantage here. 20 damage. only slight overkill. That's 1 in the safe zone. Then here, we're going to move 4 to the back there. Skip the ability, skip this attack. Then we are going to move 5 back here. Are we? Are we going to move that far? No, we're not. We're going to... Oh, did I? I skipped the... I skipped the movement rather than undoing the movement. I was going to move on to this gold, but so be it. Round 15. Long rest for you. Long rest for you. Actually, no, you can just play 2 cards. Here, we need to move in. Here, we will short rest. Yes. Burn that. Anything we can play for stats. That gives us 1 XP. And we'll just move with that. Skip. Confirm. And we were going to move 2 to here. Now we're adjacent to an ally that we can bless, giving us 1 XP. We move in 4 to there. Skip the last of the movement. Strengthen everyone next to us because we can. We take a long rest. We burn any card. We end our turn, and at the end of the order, we are all in the escape zone.
Wants to stop, to fall over and rest in the snow. But you know you wouldn't get up. You know you'd get torn to pieces by giant red claws. So you press forward beyond all reason, until finally the drakes stop pursuing and the mountain summit is in sight. The wind calms as you approach the peak. It's a nice change from the torrent of biting pain that came before. The air is thin, but you're above the clouds now, so the weather is relatively peaceful. It makes it very easy to see the giant winged lizard perched atop a jagged boulder. Welcome to my mountain, intrepid adventurers. A gravelly voice booms forth from the creature, surprising you with its eloquence. I hate to back you into a corner, but now that you have come to me, face to face, your options are, unfortunately, limited. I am not particularly hungry at the moment, so I could be convinced to let you live if you agree to help me in a small matter. A group of Savas subdued me in my sleep and removed one of my flame glands, presumably to study.
Oh my.
I cannot let this insult go unpunished, and would greatly appreciate you taking it back from their city, killing as many of them as you can in the process. The drake clacks its claws against its stone perch in anger. Or if you wish to be cliché, the creature says with a sigh, you could simply attack me, slay the dragon, save the princess, and all that.
Very meta.
Except I have no princess, and I'm not a dragon, just a drake, who has lived a long time and does not wish to end his life today. So, if you do attack me, I will fight back, and you will most assuredly die.
Alright. Oh yeah, Zealot was probably not going to happen, but everyone else gets perk points. We get a perk here. I'm assuming this is going to be a linked scenario rather than just sending us back to Gloomhaven, but I could be wrong. $10 XP. Savas Armory. Scorched Summit. Yep, this is a linked scenario, so you must return to Gloomhaven or we can go and kill the Elder Drake, Copperneck Mountains core quest boss. You won't face a round counter if we take the connected quest. Elder Drake, 64 HP, innate, immune to everything, immune to cannot fly. Rending Drake, Spitting Drake. This thing is immune to swap. I've never seen swap in my life. But for right now, that is going to be all. Thank you guys ever so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, you can put them down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.